on digital radio, on the app, on your smart speaker, on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch.tv, and Facebook.
The Sports Cast. Expect the unexpected.
The update presented by the Sports Cast.
The Sportscast, September 20th, 2024. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Apple Podcast. If you're not on Apple Podcast, please listen to it on Spotify. You could also listen to us on your smart speaker. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a rating and a review. It will help us out tremendously. We're also on online radio. You could also go to our website, thesportscast.net, thesportscast.net, or follow us on the Sportscast One on X and IG. Check out our app, the Sportscast for iOS. The New York Jets are back in the driver's seat, and we're going to preview Week 3. And join us all the way from the Bay Area, a man that can watch the Jets at 6 p.m. at night, Ray Sherrod. Welcome back to the Sportscast.
What is going on? Look, come on, man. Y'all don't be fooled by them Jets. That's all I got to say. Don't be fooled by the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets are definitely back in the driver's seat. The New England Patriots, we thought they were back last week or these past 2 weeks because they beat the Bengals, and then they almost beat the Seahawks. Seahawks had to grind it out. I thought it was going to be a closer game yesterday, but it turned out to be that Aaron Rodgers is in the driver's seat. Your thoughts over last night's game?
First of all, you got to give it up to the Jets defense. I mean, they shot Brissett down. They couldn't pass the ball. They couldn't run the ball. Brissett, man, poor guy. He was running for his life. I mean, Stevenson. I mean, they just could not do anything against his defense. And I got to give flowers to Aaron Rodgers, man. He was smiling from ear to ear. He was looking like Joe Cool, man. He was looking good. And he got a pass to Lazar. He got a pass to Wilson. Him and Wilson wasn't gelling at first. There was some missed passes, but then they caught a touchdown and they started gelling. And then Breece Hall, oh my God, he was balling. They just, I don't know, man. I feel sorry for the Patriots coach because I think he's on the hot seat
Already after 3 games.
I think so, man. Yeah. They just made a quarterback change. They did a quarterback change at the end of the game. They had to.
I fell asleep for. You were at 6 p.m. watching that. What happened there? Like, he didn't look that good, I heard.
No, man. They had to look. Brissett, he was getting tossed. Brissett, he was 12 for 18, 98 yards. He averaged about 5.4. He did not look good at all, man. He got a QBR of 24.4. He looked horrible. Sorry. I mean, he just looked bad. Usually Brissett could run. He couldn't even run, and they just couldn't get anything going. I think, and they brought in Mayer, like in the fourth quarter, they brought Mayer, which Mayer was 4 for 8. He only had 22. Sorry, Drake May, 4 for 8. 22 yards, 2.8 average. He looked horrible.
Not a good sign. And he might start next week, you think, or you think they're going to give it back to Brissett?
I wouldn't give it back to the kid right yet. Brissett did win you some games, and you owe that to him. So
he beat the Bengals, Ray.
Well, but the Bengals didn't have their weapons. That's the thing. They didn't have their weapons. And as far as Aaron Rodgers, you saw what my Niners did to him, okay? All right? So everybody that's trying to get on the Jets bandwagon, cool down because
not yet. Yeah.
Not yet. Okay, they played the Pats, and the Pats, they looked like the Pats before Belichick, okay? And if you guys, and I was around that era, I remember the Patriots.
I don't remember, Ray. Remember?
I do.
Refresh my memory.
I remember when the Patriots, man, they had the orange and white, ugly, orange cream soda outfits back in the day. And
Bill Parcells, coach.
Yeah, they were bad. But then, hey, the GOAT, Tom Brady, came along, Belichick, match made in heaven, and so on. So some of you,
Right.
I was telling the guys in there, some of the guys are not used to the Pats getting a beat down like this because some of the guys that I was watching the game with, they remember just Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, and all these guys that they could just become superstars, next man up and everything. But now they looked pathetic last night. They looked very pathetic. And
Did you see Brissett's shorts when he came into the stadium?
no, I missed that. Missed it. What did it look like?
It was slacks. It was but there were as like a short version, But yeah, it wasn't that pretty for Brissett. 24-3 yesterday, and of course, the Jets are they are 2-1. They beat the Titans last week, and then lost against the Niners, which plays perfect to the Niners. What happened? Let's first start with the Minnesota game. Obviously, it was played in Minnesota. The Niners already had injury woes coming into it. No CMC still. He might be out for another week. Kittle got injured in this game. This is a Sam Darnold revenge game because he used to play for the 49ers a year ago.
Yeah.
And the Vikings have weapons. Right? Cannot forget that. They do have a guy named Justin Jefferson, but your thoughts?
They did. Hey, look, dude, you can't knock Jefferson had 133 yards and a touchdown, just receiving 4 catches. He looked good. Jefferson looked good. They even had a Chandler. He ran the ball, got 82 yards. But we didn't do good. We didn't do good. The first quarter it was 0-3, and then the second quarter it was 7-10. Third quarter was 7-0, and then fourth quarter we tried to come back, but it was too late. They beat us 23-17. You got to win 4 quarters. You can't. There's no fifth quarter. There's no fifth quarter. So you got to show up. You got to show up.
Isn't your record in Minnesota pretty bad or something? I was hearing you guys are 0-7 or 0-8 there.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal. I don't know what the deal is, but
Purdy didn't look good. And it's your Jacksonville.
I think it's Jacksonville. I think Minnesota. Come on, we're the Niners. We got the D. We're known for our defense. So I don't know about that, but I do know that Mason didn't really start off until like later on. He did get 100 yards rushing, but we got beat.
Those are not CMC numbers either.
No, we're hurting, man. We got injuries. We have injuries, but it's no excuse. It's always next man up. So we got to see what we got to do. Got to see what we're gonna do.
Now, before we move into the injury part of the 49ers, is Minnesota a team to look out for, or hey, that was just a good day for them?
You know what? I think they're the real deal. I think Sam Darnold and Justin Jefferson. I mean, you saw that.
And Addison, did he play? Addison played?
What's that again?
Did Addison play?
Addison's with the Raiders.
Oh, my bad. He moved on. My bad. Okay, keep going.
He actually played better than White on the Raiders. But yeah, I mean they got Chandler, Sam Darnold, Aaron Jones. Those were your running backs on Minnesota. And Chandler with 82, Sam Darnold with 32, and Aaron Jones with 32 rushing yards. Debo had 110 yards, but it really, at the end of the day, the stats don't matter because we lost. But I do, to answer your question, I do think Minnesota's legit. I think they're legit. They got. We'll see what happens.
A lot of the medium favored teams are doing well early on. Not saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl or anything. The Raiders, the Saints. I don't know. Is this hype now, or the good teams are going to bounce towards the end? I don't know.
Injuries. I mean, the injuries when players are hurt. You got to wait for those injuries, the people to heal up. You got people on IR, but when they come off and they come back later on, that's going to change everything. You're going to see if Debo's 100%, CMC's back at 100%. You're going to see that change. But you got these early. You got to win these games. You got to, win your games in the conference and stuff like that. So we shall see.
Yeah, especially early on. Minnesota looked like a winnable game, but you can't take these teams lightly, especially with injuries. Speaking of injuries, Ray, as we talked about, Kittles has a hamstring. I'm not sure if he's playing this week, and I heard he is. CMC's out for another week, and Debo's injured. Is this going to cost you the game against the Rams this weekend?
Possible. I mean, Matt ain't really doing. Let's be honest; they got injuries too, and they got some players that are out.
No Puka.
No Puka, but they do have they got Kyrie Williams. That
Tutu.
They got Tutu. So they got some weapons, but guess what? We got Juwan Jennings, and he could be dangerous. You forget we got a Brandon Ayuk.
Who just got paid.
Yeah, he got paid. He better play and earn that money. We also got Kyle. We got we got Mason. We got Mason. So we're not done. We got weapons. And honestly, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about if we lose the game, then I'll probably be worried. But I'm not worried. I think we got enough to beat the Rams. Yeah,
I do trust Mike Shanahan's system and Mike Shanahan himself. I think it's just 1-1. So I mean, I'm sure you guys can beat the Rams. Very beatable game. That should be easier than
if we was 0-2, 0-3,
like the Bengals, you'd be panicking right now.
I'd be panicking. I'm not worried because I know we got guys that are injured, but I also know that they're not season ending injuries, so they will be hurt. It's better to have these guys rest, because if they re-injure themselves and they're out for the season, then that's it. So it's better to just put these guys, let them heal, let them work out with the trainers, and then let's get to it. We still got a lot of football left.
Which is what Shanahan's known. He's known to set out players who are injured. He wants them, obviously not be 100%. No one's 100%, but he kind of prolongs these players throughout the season. So you don't see too many players that are out for the rest of the season. No, he maybe a couple of games. And I think last year, CMC sat out for 3 to 6 games and, done well towards the end, towards the playoffs. So I think Shanahan is very good with that.
Calf injuries can easily turn to an Achilles injury, and if you have an Achilles injury, you are done. You need your wheels. You're never the same. You need your feet. You need your footing. You need your wheels. Especially CMC. He's your running back. He can play a receiver. Hell, he can even play quarterback. So,
good actually.
Yeah.
One thing that I hear, like whenever I hear the word Achilles injury or like the words, I think of Kevin Durant every time.
You know what?
Do you think of that?
I do.
Who's the first player you think of Achilles injury?
I think of the other guy, Thompson, man.
Klay Thompson?
Yeah, Klay Thompson. He was out.
Achilles injury?
I know he had a calf. And I think there was something issues with the Achilles. Sometimes the calf and the Achilles and the knees and all that. I think it was not just one injury; it was multiple.
Yeah, I know that. He got it all in one summer or towards the playoffs.
Yeah,
one year he had the ACL tear, I think.
Yeah,
against Toronto, and then he had to walk. Well, he took the free throws and then went into the locker room.
When I worked in the worked in the jewelry store, we used to get a lot of Raiders that came in the store, and there was a Raider. I think he was playing in Denver, and nobody even tackled him. He jumped up in the air, fell down, and he started grabbing his foot and his calf, and it was Achilles. And I remember him coming into the store, and he came up to me and he said, "You know what? I wouldn't wish this injury on nobody." And he had a machine with he had this machine that had like a strap, and there was this tube, and it was going down his pants leg, and I guess it was blowing some type of air on his calf and on his Achilles.
I've never heard about that stuff.
Yeah, and he was limping bad. So Achilles injuries is like sometimes people can come back if you have the right surgeon and you do what they say. But some of these guys is hard-headed. They want to hurry up and get back into the game, and you just re-injure you're done. You're done. That could
cost you your career, perhaps your life, and which Aaron Rodgers wanted to do that. They operated or they did a new procedure for the Achilles. He could have came back in the playoffs, but I think he held it back. Like, I don't want to re-injure this. Let me just wait till August of this year.
I seen Aaron Rodgers has broke his clavicle not once, but like I remember, and he's like, "Oh my God, did he just break his clavicle again?" Yeah, he did. And my friend SPG says Aaron Rodgers was invincible. Sadly, I tried to jinx him. Yeah, you did. And then what's going on, Reaver? Thank you guys for coming in here. Yeah,
he just got assassinated.
Did you see the clip with Aaron Rodgers when the coach came up to give him a hug and he pushed the coach off? You know, these two guys are beefing. Yeah, did you see that?
I didn't see that part. Wait, I might have saw it on Twitter this morning.
Yeah, you need to check it out, man. He said a few words. These guys are like, you got to understand, Aaron Rodgers, he wants control of the offense. And of course, Scott is a defensive guy. And they've been kind of throwing little subliminal messages in the news. You know, like, I want Aaron Rodgers to come and work out. Aaron Rodgers is not working out with the team. You know, I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers. You do whatever you want. So they've been kind of like, you know, kind of nitpicking.
You're seeing something. Yeah. And guess where's Hollow used to coach before the Jets?
Niners.
Shanahan Tree. All right. Yeah. We got too much Niners talk going on, but we're going to start with this preview week 3 because it's going to be week 3 is very pivotal for a lot of teams. Some teams are 0-2. Some needs that extra win to say, hey, we have a chance this season. Let's first start with the Giants and Browns. The Browns won last week in Jacksonville. Surprisingly, everyone thought Jacksonville was going to win. The Giants lost against Washington. No surprises there. Ray, who do you have for the Giants at Browns?
Man, this is a tough one because honestly, the Giants are 0-2. Cleveland's 1-1. Going with Cleveland, man. Going with Cleveland.
Going with Cleveland.
Sorry, going with
Deshaun Watson. Interesting. Yep. All right, this is an interesting one. Eagles lost against Atlanta. I don't think Ray picked Atlanta over the Eagles. The Saints are 2-0. They beat the Cowboys and the Panthers, but anyone can beat the Panthers. Who do you have for this matchup? This is a pivotal NFC game, I think.
All right, everybody's been on the Saints wagon. The Saints wagon stops. I'm going with the Eagles. Eagles
win. They have no Brown this weekend. Does that affect your pick?
No, they got Devontae Freeman. They've got Shaquan. They'll be all right. They're gonna win. Philly gonna win, and they got Goddard or whatever. They got
Goddard. He still hasn't been used much. Anyways, let's go to this one. I think Ray's gonna go for the Texans because Minnesota beat San Francisco last week. But Texans have been winning, not ugly but tight. I haven't seen the explosive offense, but this game has a storyline. Stephon Diggs. No, actually, no storyline here. Texans at Minnesota. Is Minnesota going to go undefeated at home?
Man, listen, I can't wait to see Nico Collins and Jefferson go at it. I'm going Texas, man. I'm going with Texas because CJ Stroud is special. Mixon is going to get in the mix. There you go. I got Houston.
Who is the wide receiver one in Houston?
Collins. Nick Collins, man.
And number
right
2?
Now, he's got like 200. Stephon, I'm sorry, Stephon. I'm sorry. You're not number 1. It is Collins, bruh. Collins.
You said it. I didn't say it. All right, let's go here. Broncos and Bucks. Tampa is surprisingly 2-0. There are a playoff team to beat Detroit last week, which the coach of Detroit has to sell his house. His fans have been going to his property. The Broncos with Bo Nix has not lived up to the hype. Preseason they did, but not in the first 2 weeks. Who do you have? Broncos at Tampa.
Dude, Baker Mayfield is going to have a field day on them Broncos, man. I'm sorry, Knicks. Your team's going to be 0-3. Let's go.
Packers at Titans. I haven't gotten the word if Jordan Love is going to start this weekend, but Titans are pretty frustrated with Will Levis. Green Bay is 1-1. Titans, I think, are 0-2. Who do you have in Tennessee?
I'm going with the Green Bay Packers, man. I don't believe in you either, Will, and neither does Tennessee Titans. They're going to go 0-3, baby.
Rookie quarterback Caleb Williams versus Anthony Richardson, which the Colts are 0-2. The Bears are actually, I think they're 1-1. Who do you have in Indianapolis, Mr. Ray Sherrod?
Williams, I'm sorry, man, but right now you're playing like a bust. I don't care if you're 1-1. You actually didn't win the first game. That was your defense and special teams. So sorry, Williams, you're playing like a bust. I'm going with the Colts. Sorry.
The Colts, first win of the season. Can't beat it.
First win of the season.
Chargers visit the Steelers. Justin Fields starts again this weekend. Chargers beat the Panthers last week, which cost Bryce Young to sit out for the rest of the season. Who do you have for this matchup?
Oof. I'm going with the Chargers, man. I believe in Coach Harbaugh.
Coach Harbaugh and J.K. Dobbins. What a fantastic season. Well, that's a style.
Don't forget Quinston Johnson, dude. This kid is...
He's a real deal?
He's a real deal. Yep, real deal.
There you have it. Dolphins just put Tua in IR, or Tua said I'll be in IR, which is a huge concussion incident a week ago. Seahawks grinded out against the Patriots. Skylar Moore is going to start this weekend. No, Skylar Thompson's going to start for the Dolphins. Who do you have? Geno Smith or Thompson?
Dude, the Seahawks are going to whip Miami. I'm sorry, Thompson. There's a reason why he's the backup, and I'm sorry, you're going to see Crockett and Metcalf and Geno have a ball, and they're going all over Miami. I'm sorry. You might even see Hill fussing on the sideline. I see Hill's going to be mad. Yep.
The Red Rifle Andy Halton is back. He's a starter for Carolina at the blazing hot fire Las Vegas Raiders. What's going to happen in the Vegas beautiful stadium?
Raiders are going to win that, man. Raiders are going to win that. I'm sorry. Yes, you brought back Dalton, the Red Rocket, but he is old. He is a veteran. I respect him, but the mustache miss you, and Jacoby, and they got a really good the tight ends and stuff. Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders. Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. The California RB Niners at the Rams. Both are dealing with injury woes, but who will have the upper hand?
Whew. Niners. I think we're going to put that D on. Matt ain't playing that great. He's not playing good ball, folks. They're 0-2, and their receivers are not 100%. And I just think Mason, he's the real deal. And I see Mason running all over the Rams.
Will he score a touchdown?
Yes, he will.
All right, let's see what happens in Los Angeles. Lions at the Cardinals. Lions lost last week against Tampa. Cardinals are hot right now. Ray's worried because Marvin Harrison had a good weekend last week, and Kyler Murray is having, I'm not saying MVP, no, it's too early. What's going to happen in Glendale?
Dude, them Cardinals are back. I'm sorry, dude. They got the running back is on fire. They got Marvin Harrison Jr. is on fire. This team is balling. I'm sorry. Detroit's got some weapons too, but I just see Kyle running all over Detroit Lions.
This is going to be a big game either way.
It is. It's going to be a big game.
Pivotal game.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I got the Cardinals.
Cowboys lost profusely bad last week against the Saints. Ravens are 0-2. They have to win, but they have to go to Dallas to have that first win. What's going to happen there, Mr. Ray?
I got the Cowboys, man. Dude, let me tell you something. Jerry Jones got on the phone. He made some phone calls, and he said, don't you ever embarrass us like that. That was a beatdown that they got from Derek Carr and the Saints. So they're going to take their revenge out on the Baltimore. And I'm sorry, but Jackson, he's going to be running, and he ain't going to be having a chance to really have a good passing day. And I think what's his name is going to earn his paycheck. Dak is going to earn his paycheck on that day.
You know, Ravens has 173 yards and penalties so far this season.
That's another thing that's going to hurt. Penalizes do hurt you. You know, you got to be disciplined and listen to your coach and stop trying to hurt people.
Exactly. Sunday night football, Kirk Cousins delivered in a 2-minute drill with a last-minute touchdown for the Falcons to avoid an 0-2 start. They're 1-1. The Chiefs have won everywhere in Baltimore. Now they're coming into Atlanta. Kelsey hasn't really shown up, but I think Ray thinks Kelsey will show up eventually. Rashid Rice is the number one target right now for Kansas City. Will this be an upset by the Falcons, or will the Chiefs and win in Atlanta?
Atlanta had their upset last week, okay, and they got their win.
That's it.
That ain't gonna happen in Kansas City. That's not gonna happen with KC. KC's gonna win because your boy Patrick Mahomes is gonna be on fire. I think you're gonna see Kelsey go off. Plus, let's not forget Pacheco is out. Pacheco's on IR, so you're gonna see a rookie run. So we'll see what he does. And
Go ahead.
We'll just see what they do. We'll see what they do.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see what they do. He has Kansas City. I got the Falcons winning. Then Kirk Cousins is connecting well with Drake London and Darnell Mooney. So we'll see what happens there. Before we go, you had a great segment last week about Tua. Should he retire? He's on IR. Has your opinion changed over Tua? Should he still retire?
No, he should retire. He should retire, man. Like I said, I rewind back and I saw when he got hit and when when his hands were stretching out and stuff like that. This man, that's not his first concussion. He's had several concussions, and I mean, if he's coming back, he's got to learn how to slide, take a sack. It's okay if you can't. Throw the ball if you have to, but don't ram your head into a player. You got to play smart and not be dumb and bend your head down and ram it into somebody. So, because
your life is on the line.
Your life is on the line, man. Like football, is only for so long. The NFL stands for not for long. So and they can replace you just like that with the next hot quarterback. So it's not worth it. But if he comes back, just slide. And then one more thing. Remember this rookie on Kansas City, Carson Steele. Remember that rookie on KC.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll write it down. And also too, I should wear that G helmet. I heard it does wonders. Panthers bench Bryce Young. Is that a good thing? Is Bryce Young's NFL career over, or he could be traded to a team like the Dolphins?
No, you keep this kid. Keep him. He got to learn. Keep him. You had Aaron Rodgers on the bench looking at Brett Favre. You just need to get a good veteran in there, and Andy Dalton
could be that guy.
Could be that guy. I mean, I loved Andy Dalton when he played for the Cincinnati Bengals, the Red Rockets. He was amazing. And sometimes you just need to hold the clipboard and watch the veteran and learn from the sideline. So there you go.
And who else did that? Jordan Love and your quarterback.
Yeah, dude, Julian. Yeah, exactly. Hey, let's give it up. There is some quarterbacks that were backups and now they're stars. Okay. And I saw and shout out, I did watch the show. Shout out to the guys on the Sportscast. They were talking about backup quarterbacks. That was really good. And I do believe that some of these second string quarterbacks are good. They're good.
They're prepared. They got to be.
They're prepared.
Like Gardner Minshew, a typical backup quarterback, doing phenomenal with the Raiders. And he's only 26 years old, by the way.
Exactly. Some of these nowadays, when you get a rookie or get somebody, you just want to throw them in there. Some guys got it. Some guys don't. Some guys, college is not like the NFL. And sometimes you might need a year to sit and watch and learn the game. Because
Bill Parcells only drafted quarterbacks that played at least 40 college football games.
Yeah. At least. Yeah, because you throw a guy out there, his confidence, everything can just be like, they just turn horrible. and then they become a journeyman, and they're bounced to team to team to team to team.
Yeah, you can't buy a house
So-
everywhere you go.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
And also another conclusion I've been learning this week: you got to have good tight end play to win a Super Bowl. You can't distort the wide receivers and running backs.
Nope. That tight end is crucial, not just the blocking, but that's your security blanket, man. If you need to dump it off to the side to somebody, if a running back's not there, your tight end's there, slants, boom.
Bring back the halfbacks.
Exactly.
Anyways, there you have it. We all learning here in NFL. Every year is a new lesson. IRs. People were talking about IRs more than ever. I guess you guys set out at least 4 games until you come back. Anyways, Ray, what is the best way to reach you online to talk to you about, hey, where's a good place to get wings in San Francisco?
Ooh, wings in San Francisco. Oakland, which is a city right next to it, got some good wing places and stuff. So
The Black Hole.
Exactly. But you know what, man? Where do I get my wings at, man? I actually go to Wingstop. Give me some lemon pepper wings. My wife likes sauce. I like the dry rub. I like the dry rub on mine. So and dip it
With ranch or blue cheese?
My wife is ranch. I'm in blue cheese, but look, I can do either way.
Me too.
I love blue cheese though.
There's no wars for that.
No, it's not.
Well, Ray, what's the best way to reach you to follow on? Because you got 100 shows to shoot today.
I am Ray3473. I'm also a game streaming content creator. I do a podcast about video games and stuff. So Ray3473 on Threads, Ray3473 on X.com, and there you go.
Threads. And also, don't forget to ask Ray about what he thinks about the new PlayStation. You can reach us at the sportscast.
Amazing.
The
It's
Sportscast
expensive.
1 on IG and X will be a live tweeting throughout the weekend. Week 3 looks good. I'm looking at the Arizona Detroit game. That might be the game of the weekend. Maybe Ray disagrees. I might think the Rams and 49ers, but just enjoy it, right, Ray?
Have fun. Please be safe. Leaving the bars, whatever. Get you a designated driver.
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly and have fun.
Exactly. And this was your update.